I listened to that stupid tape. Why didn't the reporter say to General Kelly, what was the context of the conversation? Do you know what the context of the conversation was, Cuomo?
In reading the piece, there is context provided. He said, hey, what do you mean? You talking about
tell me, 'cause
Bismarck?
I don't know.
Are you talking about the Kaiser? Are you talking about Rommel? No, those are all the things that Kelly said, trying to lead Trump down the path of clarification.
No. What is the context where this was even raised? Do you know?
Yeah, from the piece, it was Trump saying, I wish I had military leaders who did more of what I said and could execute like these guys.
Okay. But I need more context. What was the beef that Trump was talking about, that the generals let him down? We have none of that. And I'll submit to you that Trump makes offhand comments all the time. All right, but they don't mean anything, and he doesn't even remember them 30 seconds later. This is another trumped up, and I predicted it would happen. I think you might have, too, if the Democrats were listing in the last part of the campaign, they would bring out all of this stuff, which they are. Now, I believe this is going to backlash against Kamala Harris, who made a big mistake today. She, in the beginning, floated above it, which is a smart play, but then came out in front of the microphones and called Trump a Hitler lover, okay? Which he's not. Mick Mulvaney on this network said, look, I've been around him, he never said anything. Geraldo's known him for 30 years. I've known him for 30 years. We never heard any of this. And there is a pattern of behavior about people, as you know. All right, if they're obsessed or even interested in a subject, it comes up. So what is likely to have happened is that Trump was mad at Milley or one of his generals and said, they should be loyal to me, or something like that. Had nothing to do with Adolf, had nothing to do with what the mass murder in World War II. But the media takes it, the hate Trump media, and then throws it out that Trump is Hitler light. Okay. Everyone should expect it. It's predictable. It's nasty. I've never heard Hitler's name mentioned in a presidential campaign before, except by FDR, who said, I want to kick his butt. Okay? This is beyond, this is so hateful. And Harris should have stayed above it, but now she's in it, and that's going to tee people off. Final point I want to make.
But we're in such
Kamala Harris does not understand.
Make your final point.
Yeah, what she does not understand, and by the way, the Huffington Post thing was designed to intimidate you, Cuomo, just so you know, that you raised before. What Kamala Harris doesn't understand is that her support is so thin. And you just said this, where Trump support, the MAGA support, the Republican Party at 90%, they're going out to vote for him. There's not going to be any turnout problem there. Harris is going to have a turnout problem. And that's why I will predict on Halloween, but it's my opinion now that Trump will win.
I think it's his race to lose, but it is so bizarre, his resilience to saying things and, frankly, doing things that would have ruined anyone else. And I believe it doesn't speak really to the mettle of the man as much as the movement behind him. Well, but they do. I mean, you say stupid things. Look, it's usually out. He has a running mate
but we don't
who
know
likened him to Hitler.
We don't. Look, Pence was very careful about what he said about Trump. We live in an age where an anonymous source, I mean, you must have read that Atlantic magazine thing that now it has been debunked by the slain soldier's sister who voted for Trump yesterday.
Right.
And the Atlantic is a disgrace.
Although they never said they got any money.
Disgrace.
They never got any money from Trump, though.
All I know about the story is that the Atlantic magazine reported that Trump said a terrible thing about a dead Mexican-American military person. And the person's sister came out and said it's total bull. The lawyer came out and said, it's the first time in my career I've ever had somebody outright lie. And this is the same guy who said that Trump called dead Americans in Europe suckers and losers. Same guy. Yet there's no outrage on the part of the corporate media at all. None. This is acceptable behavior now in the United States. It is despicable, and it will lead to the ultimate destruction of the corporate media, which is happening fast.
My check on that is one, I don't think that the media can be completely blamed for picking up on all the stuff that he puts down. And second, corporate media is going to die and be replaced by digital media, which is completely reckless, whose big names got duped by Russians just by money.
I don't know who's going to be replacing it. Look at the numbers, Cuomo. They're down to their lowest ebb ever.
Hey, thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your screen. And don't forget, click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.